The Olympics were the most significant athletic event in ancient Greece, drawing attendees and participants from all the city-states. They epitomized the ancient Greek athletic spirit, influencing thousands over the centuries and inspiring the creation of the modern Olympic Games. In this video, we will delve deeply into the history of the Olympics, exploring how and when they were established, the procedures and program of the Games, and much more. Olympia is situated in the northwest of the Peloponnese Peninsula. It is a secluded and remote area, surrounded by the Alpheus and Cladios rivers, with high mountains to the east and the Ionian Sea to the west. This fertile land is home to various trees, vineyards, and olive farms. Its seclusion and richness made it an ideal location for a protected sanctuary. The area began to be used for religious purposes in the 11th century BC with the establishment of a sanctuary dedicated to Zeus, where leaders from various tribes sent precious gifts. Over time, Olympia's wealth grew, and according to most ancient Greek scholars, the first athletic event took place in 776 BC. Numerous stories exist about the origin of the Olympics, many interwoven with myths and legends. One tale suggests that the gods themselves founded the Games. After Zeus defeated his father Cronus, a sprint race among the gods was established in Olympia. However, as the gods became more secluded on Mount Olympus, the Games were forgotten. Centuries later, when the hero Heracles completed one of his 12 labors nearby, he reinstated the Games in honor of his father Zeus. Another story involves a king named Oenomaus who ruled over Arcadia. Upon hearing a prophecy that he would be killed by his son-in-law, he decreed that any man wishing to marry his daughter Hippodamia and inherit his kingdom must defeat him in a chariot race. Many tried and failed because Oenomaus' horses were blessed by Ares, the god of war. Pelops, son of Tantalus, eventually won with the help of winged horses granted by Poseidon, leading to the establishment of the Pelopid dynasty. Beyond the legendary tales, a more plausible story exists regarding the origin of the Olympics, which excludes gods and mythical creatures. According to later ancient Greek historians, the Olympic Games were established by three kings: Iphitus of Elis, Cleisthenes of Pisa, and Lycurgus of Sparta. Advised by the Oracle of Delphi, they created an athletic event to foster healthy competition and suppress the quarrels among their cities. Initially inhabited around 1400 BC, Olympia was later abandoned and then repopulated around the 11th century BC. It served as a sacred site for worshipping Zeus and other Olympian gods and was primarily used for pilgrimage, not permanent habitation. In the 8th century BC, the nearby city of Elis took control of the site, constructing buildings and establishing a permanent settlement. Elis hosted the Olympic Games from their inception until their abolishment in the 4th century AD, with a few interruptions by the rival city of Pisa. The main settlement was established in Altus, meaning sacred forest in the Northwest Doric dialect. This area was filled with olive, plane, and poplar trees, and it was where the first altars, temples, and stadium were built, marking the beginning of the Olympic Games, presumably in 776 BC. The Games began as a one-day local religious festival in honor of Zeus, featuring only one sport, the sprint race. Over the years, the Games expanded to a 3-day festival with at least 10 sports, attracting participants from various Greek regions. The city-state of Elis continued to finance the Games, provide officials, and build athletic and religious premises, although it was a gathering of all city-states. By the 5th century BC, the Olympic festival had become the most renowned event. Other Panhellenic festivals also existed, scheduled not to coincide with the Olympics. Major events included the Isthmian Games, dedicated to Poseidon, the Nemean Games, dedicated to Zeus, the Panathenaea, dedicated to Athena, and the Pythia, dedicated to Apollo.